I know. Horrible movement for your neck and shoulders. You work out, and I love it because you're doing it to improve your health, your fitness level, your mental health, your emotional health. You want to stay young and you want to have a very independent life, and that's why you do it. But you could be doing exercises like this that could be undoing some of the benefits of what you're trying to achieve. In this video, I'm going to show you the exercise that you should avoid immediately if you want to make your workouts more effective, but most importantly, less damaging. Let's get to it. The first exercise are pull downs or pull ups behind the neck. You know, if you think about what normal posture looks like, your head is over top of the shoulders. Let's keep it like that when we work out. So a very simple change is we're going to come to the front of the chest, hold for a few seconds, nice slow eccentric contraction. Again, posture is paramount in this movement. It's safe, it's effective, and it's a great exercise when you do it properly. Let me show you the next exercise you might be doing that could be damaging your posture and your health. If you enjoy doing pull-ups, make sure it's the front. This would be wrong. We don't want to pull to the back. It even hurts my shoulders. It's always going to be to the front. Nice, controlled form. Head posture is good. Shoulder posture is good. And it just makes for a more efficient movement. Save your neck, save your shoulders to the front. I see this one a lot for our triceps. People don't want to have the jiggly back of the arm. So one of the most common exercises I see people doing that is just destroying their neck and their shoulders is seated or standing behind the head, tricep extensions. There is not really a good way to do that using good form. The better way to do that, more of a skull crusher, where you're stabilizing your shoulders and really just focusing on the back of the arm and the triceps. It'll help tighten the back of your arms up, and more importantly, it's going to save you in the long term with shoulder issues, neck issues, and improving your posture. Another shoulder exercise I see often being done that's at the detriment to your posture, shoulder issues, and neck issues is, of course, the behind the neck presses. This can be done seated or standing. You know, people are pushing their heads forward already. They're forcing it forward. So you're literally training your nervous system to hold that forward head posture. This can create shoulder impingement. It really helps push the head forward when we're trying to keep it back. Simple alternative, again, everything to the front. Very easy, kind of come from the side here like this, up, lock in place. It's just a better, tighter, more efficient way to move the weight, all under the premise that you're going to hold better posture and create long-term health versus detrimental movements that might take away from the whole point of you working out in the first place. Carrying on with the behind the head. Now, this is where we're going to get some grief from some people out there. Those that are power lifters, that are doing back squats for a specific reason, go to it. But for the average most person that is just trying to get stronger and maintain health, then back squats can be done really effectively, but most people have the bar too high and too forward. The alternative is a front rack position. I love squats like this. It keeps my posture upright. You will not typically be able to use the same weight, but that doesn't matter. The point of you working out is to maintain health, to build strength and mobility and core stability, to allow you to live life independently and age gracefully. So the front rack position, while for some it will take some getting used to, and it will take you taking some of the weight off the bar, I just think for most people, it's just a better overall movement that helps support better spinal mechanics, shoulder mobility, and just overall health. So try those switches. I'm going to tell you one other tip that's going to change everything in terms of your mindset of how you work out to help maintain health and good posture that involves making sure your nervous system knows what good posture is. Let's get to the final tip. The final tip I'm going to talk about when you're exercising, whether it's going for a run or a walk or in the weight room, you need to consider what normal posture is. Normal posture from the front is a straight spine where our shoulders are level. From the side, we have these nice smooth curves. These are to provide stability and mobility in our spine. So we have to consider that when we're exercising. A very simple thing to do in every single exercise is to consider what that normal posture is. So let's just start with biceps curls, but it could be anything. This is just an easy one to acknowledge. So when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we want to make sure that our shoulders are level. So the first thing you want to do before you even start a rep is to make sure your shoulders are level. I have a tendency to drop my right because I'm right hand dominant. The other thing we tend to do, especially when we're doing biceps, we'll start to curl the weight and we want to see what those muscles look like. Our heads flex forward in a really precarious position. When you do this, you are training your central nervous system to hold that posture, the very posture we're trying to fix. Engage your rhomboids, your shoulder blades, get your head over top of your shoulders, get your shoulders level from the front, and then start to work those muscles. Again, it could be any type of exercise that you're doing. You really want to make sure that you're holding good posture, that your shoulder blades are engaged, and that you are focusing on whatever movement you're doing. Think about the muscle you're working to get your mind-muscle connection, but really, really, really be aware and focused on your posture from the top right down to the bottom. So your visualization should go something like this. What do my shoulders look like? Are they level? Are they engaged slightly? Is my head straight or is it rotated? Am I looking down? Get it right. Is your thoracic cage overextended or is it flexed forward? Get it in neutral. Make sure your lumbar spine maintains that neutral curvature, not hyper flexed or hyperextended. Is your hip posture slightly shoulder width apart with maybe a slight external rotation of your hip? Are your knees in line? Are your feet stable and secured on the ground so that you're focused from the ground to the top? Whatever exercise you're doing, if you're using that posture, it's going to retrain and continuously train your nervous system to hold normal posture without having to think about it. And isn't that what we want? I hope you enjoyed videos like this. If you like what I'm putting out there, show some support by giving me a thumbs up. Maybe you'll consider joining as well to get access to a few extra perks. Which exercise are you going to change? Is there any that I missed that you think I should have added? What would they do? Help our viewers below by giving them the exercise and the solution so they can get better in terms of their posture when they're exercising. Thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, lift with good posture, be posture aware, and watch your life and health improve. Until next time, be well.